The proof is in the pudding. That means that, the 10 products that I said were so good, that were my favorite makeup mature products, I'm going to put them all on my face today. In fact, the reason I sound funny is because I've got those 3D white strips on again. So I'm going to take what I'm going to first do you see my eyes? They're kind of red and, nothing. So I'm going to put some eye drops in. Wait a second. Talk about being able to miss a complete eye. It's not a pretty picture. But anyway, let's see what happens in the next few minutes when my eyes get brighter and sparkly. And now let's take this out. Wait a second. So so I've had these on for about, what time is it? I had them on for about 40 minutes. So bright and sparkly. Are my eyes starting to get white? I've been putting eye drops, ointment in my eyes at night to help with the dry eyes. And then when I wake up in the morning, they get kind of puffy, although that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So the way I start my makeup every day is I put some moisturizer and stuff like that, and essence and on my eyes and my face. And the makeup that I've been using that I love is this Dior Forever Dewy Dior Forever Glow. Close, right? Close. Okay, I'm going to shake it up because I don't have very much left. I'm going to have to buy a new one. In fact, I was planning on going and buying a new one, and then life kind of gets in the way. So I put one squirt on, then I put it all over my face. I love this color. It's 1CR, and it just works for my face. And then my dirty brush, which I'm going to clean after today. I've got, on my lips, I've got the Bobbi Brown, right here. That Bobbi Brown balm. So I put it on before I do my makeup and let it kind of sink into my lips. Who asked me? I think it was my sister who asked me if I really liked using a brush, because I think she uses a sponge. And I do. And is it because as an artist I like brushes? I don't know. I think it gives kind of a natural look. It doesn't look like I've caked makeup on. All the lines in my lips? You know what it reminds me of? I had an Auntie Clara, and oh my goodness, she had so many lines around her lips. Maybe it's inherited, but that's what I think of. But I've got them. And what's the other thing? So I was listening to Nicole Johnson, and she was talking about, I was noticing that, the texture of my skin has changed. And she was talking about it also. So I don't feel quite as bad because, I don't know, look at that. I almost look like the Wicked Witch with I don't know if it's going to grow or not. Anyway, that's me putting makeup on. Dior Glow, I love it. And this BK Beauty 101, I love it. I love it. It's my favorite. I don't know if I need another one, but I would buy another one. I would not be without it. I love it. Okay. Then it's interesting. Don't we all, it's like getting dressed in the morning. What do you put on first? And what do you put on last, etc.? And it's the same thing with makeup. The first thing I put on is my eyebrows. What is the first thing you put on? Is it the same thing, the eyebrows? I was watching somebody and they put on lipstick. And I always put on lipstick last. Why? Because I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so what I'm doing down here is I've got these two Senna eyebrow powders, And I'm using this BK Beauty brush. Now, let me show you why I like it. So I don't put makeup on my forehead because I've got bangs. And I'll put a little bit here, but nobody sees it. Okay, so what I do is I kind of start square, like this. So that tells me kind of, isn't that attractive? How did I do that? You know that you can use this spoolie as an eraser. So you just go around and around. I mean, I use the sides of the brush and I use the thin side. You know, every time I do my eyebrows, I almost do them differently. But see, by using the side, I can go straight. And there's something about it being kind of squared that makes it easier for me. And my eyebrows get thicker. So this side is better than the other. But I'm not going to start all over again. So before I started recording, I was watching YouTube. And a friend of mine, Laura Capon, she used to be the beauty editor for Cosmopolitan. At least I think she was. And so she was one of the judges for the Elle Beauty Awards. And so she was putting on makeup. And I just got a big kick out of watching her put on makeup and me put on makeup. She's better. Let's see. Okay, so I do that next. So I do the eyebrows. And then what do? I think I put on my eyeshadow. Now, I've told you that I love this Painterly, and I'm only going to use it because I use these caviar sticks by Laura Mercier. I'm just going to put it up here to just kind of cover up any discoloration, because you don't need a primer for the Laura Mercier caviar sticks. You know, I've got hooded eyes, so I put on, what's this called? Vanilla Kiss first. And I put it all the way up here. Now, you know, I start down here and put it all the way up here and all over I put it pretty high so that people think that I've got a large eyelid. I mean, doesn't it look like I've got a large eyelid? A little. Boy, some people just have beautiful eyelids. You know, what am I complaining about? You know, that's crazy. You know, I complain about, I should stop. That's enough. I have what I have and I should be grateful that I've got it. Enough of that. Okay, I put this on too soon. I wasn't thinking. You know what? I should have put on, well, wait, since I've got this on, I'm going to blend it. You know, if there's one takeaway that you can get from today, it's blending. It just makes such a difference. You've got to blend. So what I didn't do was under my eyes. So do you see the dark circles? They're not bad. You know, they're small caverns as opposed to large caverns. Let me see, I'm looking for a brush here. This is like a pencil brush. It's got a point on the end. And what I've discovered, and this was because of Rose Gallagher. Rose Gallagher is a beauty makeup editor. She writes and she also puts on makeup. And she has a real problem with rosacea and how she puts on makeup and deals with rosacea. It's really beautiful. So she's going to be visiting me in a couple of weeks. We have a wonderful time when she's here. So I was talking to her about my makeup, my under eyes, complaining about something. And she said that try bye under eyes. And she's darn right. It's kind of thick. It is thick. It's not kind of thick. And it's very opaque. And it does the job. I mean, look. Doesn't that cover it up? More or less? I mean, you can't get completely rid of it, but it does a beautiful job. So this is Cosmetics Bye Under Eye. I think I mentioned it when I was talking about these products. I got angry at them because their CC cream and their BB cream or whatever cream was way too warm for me, way too yellow for me. So I refused to buy any of their products. Makes sense, right? No, doesn't. But anyway, so she told me about it. I went to Sephora, bought this, and thought, my goodness, Rose is right. She really, look, the opacity really covers up the color. So I'm thrilled. And then what I do, and this is what Pat Fitzpatrick told me. Pat Fitzpatrick is a beauty. She's not a beauty. She's a social media maven. She did all of Guy Kawasaki's social media stuff, and she wrote a book about it. And so she loves makeup also, and she was in town visiting too, and she told me about this Pat McGrath powder to put underneath your eyes. And I never put powder under my eyes. I do now. And she was so right. And I love, so this brush that I love is, I think it's part of Angie Hot and Flashy. She's got a whole brush line. This is Angie Hot and Flashy A506. And it's, look. How does that look? Is that great? I think so, because it mattes it down and it's not shiny, so you barely see the lines. So this is Pat McGrath's, and this is the color Light, and it's this very light powder that I use with this brush. Not bad, right? Look at that. Okay, so that's the under eyes, and I put on the Vanilla Kiss, the first Vanilla Kiss on my mobile lid, and then above my mobile lid, because I want you to look like you have, what would you call it? Depth. Do you see? I put it up here. And this is called Au Naturel, and it's very light, so it isn't, wait a second, it doesn't scare you off, or it doesn't scare anybody off. And that makes it look like your eyelids have depth to them. So I'm going to use this. This is a Real Techniques, no, Beauty Pie brush. And again, I'm just going there. Now, another thing that I love, and it's this, this is by Sephora, and it's a gel liner, and it's in bronze. I heard about this from Tamara's Timeless Beauty, and she uses this bronze gel liner from Sephora, and you think that it doesn't show because it's bronze, but you know what? It's so much better than if I used black or brown. So that I love this. She's right. She loves this. I love it also. It's great. It's great for under your eyes, because remember when we used to use the black liner above our eyes and our waterline and under our eyes? No, not good. So let's see what else I've got here. Oh, so what I also use is I use Dior Maximizer 3D. So it's the triple action lash, primer, serum, volume, curl, and definition. It makes such a difference with whatever mascara you use. I'm always testing mascaras, and I don't know if I've found the perfect, but I use this first, and then remember I showed you the technique of making it look like a fan so that it's not, so right now you can't even see that I have lashes, right? Okay. So now I'm going to put on the Teint Idole. I wonder if that's the way you pronounce it. I have no idea. Okay, now I'm putting this on straight, and then I'm going around the curve, and I'm catching all those little hairs around. So it's a 180. I think it's a 180, as opposed 360 would be all the way around, but a 180, and I'm going to all the lashes from here to there. It's like I'm thinking of a sandy cove. Don't ask me why, but it's going all the way around. So it goes in this direction, straight up, and then here. Look at that. Does that look good? That looks good. Doesn't it? Looks fabulous. Now we're going to go to the other side. Don't think we're finished. No, we're going to put a couple more layers on. But I'm going to go to the other eye. And I'm going to put this on. So this is the Teint Idole. Let's see. There we go. So again, 180. It's like a fan. We get it on all sides of our eyes. Let's see how that looks. Can you see that? Now I'm going back to the first eye, and don't fall asleep, please. And would you stay till the end? You know what? So it turns out that it's a big deal for you, for the algorithm, for you to stay all the way through to the end, because the algorithm thinks something good. And you know, if you pay attention, and everybody says, stay till the end because I've got something really exciting to tell you. I wish I could think of something exciting to tell you at the end. I can't, to be honest, but I'm going to think about it. So it's really important to stay till the end. So, I mean, stay to the end. You can go to the bathroom, you can get another drink, you can get another cup of coffee. Just leave it on till the end. I'd really appreciate that. And you do know that I got to 5,000, right? So now, I know it's putting pressure on you. Now we're going to go for 10,000. So share this with all your friends who don't know anything about me. And so this way they'll learn how to put makeup on a more mature face. Wait a second. So that's 2 layers of mascara. You think I should put more on? So I was talking to... So Peg Fitzpatrick was saying that maybe I shouldn't put eyeliner on and just have mascara. What do you guys think? I think it's kind of nice. So I've now got 3 layers of mascara on. And I don't put it on the bottom because I don't want to have mascara all underneath my eyes. So as I say, I love this Curl Lengthen Thicken by Dior, or there's another one by L'Oreal Volumizer. And the mascara I'm wearing today is Teint Idole. And let's see what else. The other thing that I like putting on my eyes is, wait a second, where is it? I'm looking. I like a little bit of shine. So this is Charlotte Tilbury's Eyes to Mesmerize. And I take just a dot and I put it right on the eyeball so that there's a little bit of shine there. And this color is Champagne. You know, I think I'm going to get another color to add to this. So you don't have a big gloppy, all shiny eyelid, but you've got just a little bit of shine on your eyelids. I think it's a nice sparkle. Then my favorite bronzer is Stone Street. Almost forgot it again. And I love this. This is Bobbi Brown, and it's Stone Street. And I'm looking around for the brush to put it on with, and of course I don't have it. I haven't been using bronzer during the winter. I've kind of liked the look of kind of a pale face, But I love this, and come summer, I'm going to be using it. So I really love Bobbi Brown's Stone Street. It's the only bronzer that doesn't turn orange on me or yellow or some other beigey color. It's got, I guess, a little bit of pink in it. I love this. So it was my birthday recently, and I've watched all of these videos where women were talking about their favorite products, and one of them is this Clé de Peau blush. And I thought, what I'm going to treat myself. So I remember drink the good wine, or drink the wine, good wine now. So I bought this blush. Now I bought it in a coral or an orange. I think it's called persimmon, but it's coral. It's orangey looking. So that's, I mean, who cares about the name, right? Okay, so I was wondering, okay, so what's the big deal about this blush? Why does everybody rave about it? Well, let me show you. It stays, and it blends so beautifully. Do you see? It's got a little bit of a sheen to it, but it blends beautifully, and it stays. It really is lovely. And I've seen women who put on blush, but it just looks like well, I heard that the French women do not like wearing blush because they feel like they look like a clown. I don't think you look like a clown when you wear this because it blends out so beautifully, and it has a little bit of sheen, and I don't like a lot of sheen on a face. I think it looks sweaty, so I don't like that. But look at what happens when I use this brush only for blending. So I'm sure it's got years of, well, maybe not years because I do wash it, but how natural does that look? I think it looks really natural. So I bet this is the only blush that I use up. That's going to be interesting. Let's see where I am in a year, as long as I'm here. Okay, so the next, do I need more mascara? No. Let's see. Now this is what really makes the difference. This is it. And it's called Lipsitck. Now, during COVID, I did a video about lipsticks, and I tried on this Velvet Morning, and to be honest, it scared me. It was pretty intimidating, but I love it. I love it. Wait, I've got to take off. I've got to take off. I mean, look at that blush. You don't even know I'm wearing blush, which maybe not be a good idea. Okay, so I just got this pencil from Eldridge, so I'm using it as a base. And you like the X. Okay. And then, does your face change also when you put on lipstick? Look at this. This is matte. Look at that. Woo! Now, it's a tad matte for me, but what I do is, wait a second. I have this NARS, any color really will do, and I just put it down below and get just a little bit of sheen on my lips. And that's it. So I think I've used everything that I talked about. Oh, one thing, I'm going to give you a tip. You know how everybody's been using highlighter all over their face? Well, I can't use highlighter all over my face because it'll highlight, I've got lines here, here, here. I mean, if I don't have lines, I mean, like, look at this scar here. I've got if I don't have lines, I've got scars. So I don't use highlighter on my face. But what I use, and this is, I use just one drop. Just a little bit. And it looks a little shiny, a little, look at how, do you see how white my teeth are now? So my teeth are white. Are my eyes white? I think my eyes are white, or they're whiter than they were. This was really red. So I've used up all of my favorites, and they all work for me, and I think they'd work for you. And it kind of gives you an idea. You don't have to buy all of this stuff. You know, just do it with your own products. You know, the 3 layers of mascara, a little bit of shine on your eyelids, stuff like that. So now you see how, as I say, the proof is in the pudding. Now you see how I have taken all of my favorites, my 10 best favorites, maybe 13, 14 best favorites, and use them and why I use them. And I think this is good pudding. I think it came out just fine. Enjoy.